Hello everybody, this is Techno Paladin. Welcome back to some Dyson Sphere Program. In the last episode we actually did a bunch of chemical plant manufacturing on our way to getting to some more of these particle fibers for our purple science. And next thing we need to do though to keep it running is we need to get this hydrogen being consumed. So to do that we are going to make a particle accelerator system. So we are going to use this process here that's going to take 10 in and create 5 deuterium out. And that's what we're going to set up next. So this is going to use a particle collider, and we got full stacks on our towers, so we should be able to leverage that. And let's see, how fast does that create it? It's it said 2.5 seconds. So we need about 4 throughput per second or something like that. Yeah, so we should be fine. Okay. So let's come up here. Well, actually, you know what? Before I do that, let's do what I did last time, because that worked so well. So we're going to take this particle accelerator, because it takes, basically it takes in and then goes out, so we can, let's see how we can kind of finagle this. So we have 10 to align, because if I can make it to where I can run 2 lines, let's do something like, let's say if I had that there, and let's just say since these things take so much, it's going to take 10. And then that's going to be our input. That'll be our output. And then the next input. And then let's go like so. So we can leverage it back to back. And then this is going to be this guy. Oh, I'm gonna have to make, strange matter. I can make that with deuterium too, so that's good. Okay. I forget what uses strange matter. The gravity lenses. Yes. Okay. So if we start getting backed up with our deuterium from and not using it, then we can look at making those as well. So what we have here, we have this. Let's get our inputs and outputs set up. So let's go. We're gonna have to go out here, in there, and then out here. That'll be easy peasy. And I think I can get, if I can get that right there. Oh, really? Is it, you're really gonna be that painful? Alright, let me see how this is going to work if we try to stack it. So, I'm gonna come in here and just grab one. Say use now. Cause that's awfully wide space. So let's first, yeah, okay, I don't want to see how far away we have to get these as well. Okay. Wow, so we can do like maybe 2 rows. Okay. And then let's just see. Okay, so I can remove 3 off that side. All right, let's see if we can do that. Let's I'm gonna delete one. I think that should do it. Let's see. So let me just do the same here. Oops, that was too many. Dang it, I did it again. You know what? Actually, let me just do this. Let me delete this one. And then let's try to pull this one again. So let's use now. Okay, so that will go. I might want one extra space just to help with spacing, just so that way if we have to drop the blueprint somewhere else, we can. So let's go ahead and grab this. And I'm going to call this a deuterium. I probably spelled this wrong. Segment. And let's just get that. And I'm going to use building again. Use the particle accelerator. Save. And then we're going to... Let me delete this off, so I can better space this. Okay, so now let's grab that. Let's get this down. All right, Mr. Deuterium, where'd you go? Okay, here we go. So I think I can, in this section, I'll just put 2. Let's see, that should give me enough room, I think, for proliferation. Oh wait, I gotta put the tower down. Let me put the tower down. Lining it up to the wrong tower. Alright, let's just do that, and then now we can come in here. Let's try this again. Once more with feeling, my friends. Alright, let's go. Let's do 1 up and then 1 down. Okay. So that gives us our layout here. And I'm going to go ahead and just copy. Now, this one I can't create as heavily. That is as many of these down the line as we did with the other, just because, well, and this is going to use 20 hydrogen, 30 hydrogen, 40 hydrogen, 50, 60, which should be the max of our throughput from the stack perspective. And then this is 2.5 seconds, so I should be able to get at least a couple more. I'm going to do 3, so that's like a half belt. I'd rather be, for me, I'd rather be a little under produced than over. Well, I'd rather be over than under, but I want to make sure that we have all of them actually running, is what I mean to say. So then let's go ahead and set up our output tower. And the nice thing with this, I mean, I can always just grab that segment again And we just want this guy here and go boom, boom. Let's do the same on this side. Boom. And because I don't want to... Well, actually, you know what? For hydrogen, I don't really care if it's wasted because we have so flippin' much of it. Alright, so this is going to be deuterium. Boom. And we got you power. So that way you're all happy dappy. And then let's give you one of these in the blueprint, so that way you connect into whatever power grid we're on. We got this nice little walking path right down the middle. Alright, and then let's go ahead and get you set up. So we have 2 and 2. So let's do number 1. Da, 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 da. Boom. And then we go number 2. Da, 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 da. Now, because this one just takes hydrogen in, I might just go ahead and let the proliferation come in from the tower. Let's get you. So if I do that, then I can just do one of these. And then go, let's do number 4, because I like to stick it at the bottom. And then we'll go over to you. And then we'll go over to you. And we'll give you some power. And then we're gonna come in here, give you some drones. You get drones, everybody gets a drone. Okay, and now let's do, first let's come down here to number 4, let's get proliferation. And demand. Just let that come through, make sure everything is all honky-dory. Alright, let's fire up these reactors. Demand. Alright, should all be coming from just right next door, so it should be pretty quick. And boom, we have these awesome... I like the particle, the animation on these things. It's so neat. Did I not set my... Oops. There we go. That's more like it. Now let's just see if this is gonna get all the way down. It does. It gets all the way down. Perfect. So I probably could have, based on that, I could definitely have gone a little further. And I mean, honestly, if I wanted to make the output faster, I mean, we don't really use stackers, but I could. We could add one here. Let's see. Do I have any on me? I do. Let's give that a whirl and see how that goes. Boom, boom, boom. Right, and then we come in here. Get us a stacker. I mean, it's not gonna be a whole bunch of stackers, but you know. But it might help with our throughput. Actually, it probably would have been better if I could have stuck it like in the middle. So here it doesn't really matter, it looks like. Yeah, it would have been better if I could have, like, if I had like a gap here in the middle, maybe. Because, you know, it's just not... you know, it's kind of just doing its thing. We can see down here, it's kind of the same there. So maybe like right here would have been a good spot, or right here would have been a good spot for it, but we can't, these things don't go together really well, I don't think. I think these ones are the ones. Oh no, this one lets you actually put it there, so I mean, I guess I could. Oh wait, what am I doing? No, delete. There we go. So I don't really need that there. It would be better if it was higher up in the line, but yeah, I might just take it out. It's not really providing any benefit right here. Like I said, it would have been better to just do it like up in the line here, which I wonder if we have, if I can just drop it in. Experimentation. Let's see, so that's creating some gap. But it looks like I might need to create maybe one more right here before this final. Maybe not. Ooh, they are turning on, off and on. So it's close. That's so close. So if I put, oh wait, there we go. But I think that's just because we're running out of supply. Okay, well, you know what? That stacker did help some. So I'm gonna go ahead and put one over here. If I get past this little dude right here. All right, let's go boom, 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 and get you a stacker. It's like, so see, even after you have your research, uh-oh. 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 Okay, whew. It was saving and giving us an announcement all at the same time. It felt like it was gonna crash. All right, there we go. So anyway, so that's, I mean, yeah, you have, once you get your research going and you have your piler stuff, you don't need it on the output, but on the output from a tower, but on generating this stuff here to give you more volume on the return, it definitely helps. So something to keep in mind there. So let's go ahead and save this guy off. We obviously are using up all the hydrogen because we can't consume any more of our carbon nanotubes, is my guess. And we'll call this and game and deuterium. And let's do this and just go boom and save. Alright. So just to make sure that that's what's happened here, let's just come over here. We'll take a quick peek. And yeah, so now we're at a point where we're not using up all the graphene. So good. So now we have our supply chain using all the goods that we have. So the next order of business. So the next item we have to do is, and this is going to create more hydrogen, which is why we wanted to set up this deuterium first. So the next order of business is we need oil. And to get oil, well, we used the main oil, which is going to give us the refined oil, but it also gives us hydrogen. So this is also a one in, two out kind of situation, similar to our chemical plants. So we can, again, we're going to come over here. Let's just set up a little sample run here. So usually I do like on the kind of like back to back, and you do the 2 in, 1 out kind of deal. It does, I don't know if it really takes any less room, but you could do this because it is, like, say, it's 1 in, 2 out, but let's see. Well, let's just see what that would look like. Because if we do this, if we do it right, we're going to have this here, and then you're going to have, this will be your input, and then you're going to have 1 output, 2 output, and then for the other side, we're going to do another input line like so, right? So this is just to kind of give us a little extra spacing. So that way when we have them back to back, we don't have to alternate them, so they can be in line directly across from each other, and then it'll make it look all nice and pretty. So we can go 1 in, and then we go 1 out and 1 out, right? And yes, we need to set the filters, but 1 in. Oops, I did that on the wrong side. And this is why I do this right here like this now, because this makes things like so. Nope. In, and then we go out and out. Now, the main thing here is that we have to make sure that we're putting the outputs on the same thing, right? So just to kind of redo it here. So there's our input, that's oil. So if we do this, then we're gonna have, let's say this first line here, let's make hydrogen. Okay, so then that means this one needs to be hydrogen. Okay, and then we'll make this one oil, which means this one is oil. Right? We gotta make sure we set our recipe, since we're just doing the basics. Power. Now let's see, is this one gonna let us power both sides? It will. So I might still go ahead and just do the 2 like that. So based on the other segment that we did, if I do actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Let's do. Oops. Dang it. 1, 1. And let me delete that one. Now let's test it. Will it tile? Use now. It will. Good. Okay, and one more. There we go. There's our spacing. So we might be able to get 3. Okay, cool. So it looks like we should be able to get 3. Will it tile on both sides? It will. It looks like it should. Yes. Good. Awesome. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just drop that one. That one. Oh shoot, I forgot to save my segment. Let's do that. Let me come back in here. You know what, I'll just save it as a 4-piece segment. That's fine. Oil segment. just because, you know, it makes it a little easier for me to redo these, especially with dark fog coming. This is going to give me a leg up to start on, just because I'll have some of these bases and then I can add in other things as well. So let's go ahead and get this set up. Get our logistics tower. Let's try to center it with these guys here a little bit. Well, I can have a little bit of space. Well, you know what? Before I do that, let me do this. Let's get this bigger one. Add one on that side. Two. 3. 4. Alright, let's see what that looks like really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this takes, I think, 2 in. So yeah, that should be fine. Let's get 1, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, and do one more. Alright. I think that should be more than enough here. Let's go and get our tower in. Give it enough room for proliferation. And we have... Let's do... 1. 2 and 2. Oh, did I set that to 2? It needs to be 1. Alright, and then we're going to come down here and do the same. Well, after I get some more belts. 1. And hold on. Yeah, 1. It's going to go straight. And about right there. And right there. Now. So that should get us oil in. Let's see, we need proliferation, we need power. What line do we want it on? Let's make it that line. Oops, missed one. Okay, so there's our proliferation. So now we just need our blue goo, and I could just let this tower do it because we only have the one. Yeah, it's not gonna fit there. Let's do that, and then I'll just do that one to 4. Okay. blue. Man. Drones. Oil. Demand. We're just gonna take it all. Oh, those are all in line with the power too. Perfect. I planned that. Oh, these aren't finished being constructed yet. Whoopsie. Getting ahead of myself. Let's get you some drones. We're gonna have hydrogen and oil. Alright, we need to get these all piped in. And look at all that glow. Ain't it pretty? This could be another situation where inline proliferation might help. What's the ratio on this one? It's 1 and 2. Never mind. It should be okay. Because we're just creating like 20. So that's like 20 oil a cycle. 20. And in. And in. Alright, yeah, it needs power. Give us some power. Power. And some power. Alright, there we go. So that is just going to town. And is this actually letting it get out the door? It's not. So it's not quite that. Well, I mean it might, because it maybe hasn't caught up yet. Let me see here. What was it? It's we get 2 to 1. Oh, so that's outputting 40. I mean, I didn't count right. This thing only supports 30. So these last couple, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So these last 5 I probably didn't need. Or I should have put a gap and a stacker. So this is where math with ratios would help, because I would be able to cut out some of those. And I could still cut them out, but I'll just leave it. It's fine. That's our first bit of oil production in a long time. So let's see here. Let me get that blueprinted off really quick. Let's call this game oil. And we're gonna give it this guy here, save. Okay. Alright, so that gives us oil. Next step. Okay, so we have graphite, we have diamonds, we need plastic. Plastic is made in a chemical facility, and it's a 2 in, 1 out. So I think we can reuse our little tester here, so we can come in here and the nanotube segment. Let's take this out. Let's just drop it down, and let's just fix this up for the next recipe. So this is going to be plastic. Copy paste. Okay, now let's go ahead and save this off. Let's call it plastic segment. And I could make these bigger, and maybe I will in the future. This is also a chemical plant recipe. And I'm using the quantum one, so that way it tells me that it's using the advanced quantum chip instead of the regular one, so that way I can tell the difference. And let's see, we have a little bit of water over here, so let me come down here just and plow some of it under just to give me some room here. Alright, just in case I ran out of space here, because these quantum doohickeys take up some space. Alright, so we're going to lose a little bit of space because of this right here, but let's get that. So, next up, let's get our... Well, let's see, how big was this guy? So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grids, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got the space. Let's come right here, and we want. See, this is plastic. P. Where are you? Did I? Plastic segment. Save changes. Okay. So this is going to use 5 spaces. I need to have room for that. So let's start like right here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is going to have almost the same ratio as this guy here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's do 10. I mean, I could probably get a little bit more because this has got a little bit longer of a build time, but it's not too bad. So let's just grab this guy here and hit use now, and we're gonna line it up and drop 9 of these guys down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm out of belts. Alright, let's just grab out everything I got here. And anything else? Chemical plants. Oh. Alright, well hopefully I won't need a whole lot more. Once I get this done, we can get onto the particle fiber after it autosaves. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. And while that's thinking, let's come up here and grab some more belts. Where are you at, belts? Here we are. Just grab a full stack. And it looks like the oil's keeping up so far. Well, it's already consumed it all, so I like the fact that all the hydrogen's already been consumed. That's awesome. Okay, this time I think I'm gonna hook up the output first. Okay, and let's just drop on down. This is going to be plastic. And let's get you your drones. Alright, so we have 2 in, 1 out. And this guy, I'll go ahead and clean up the lines for this one. So we don't have any wastage here. Well, it's not perfect, but I mean, it's better than letting it all just sit here at the end doing nothing. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines to go in. So 3, 6, 8. Okay. Mr. Number 3. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Why did you do that? You see, this is why I don't like this sometimes. It just like jerks and jumps, and the pathfinding is like, no, this is where we should be. It's like, no. You gotta have this one right here, go there. And this one's gonna come out here. See, it's trying to pathfind it there. It's like, okay, come on. There we go. Let's just go straight in for you. Go straight in for you. We're gonna come over here, line it up to the grid. At least we have a grid here, so we can kind of line it all up. And one more. And boom, boom. Okay. And off to see the other side of the wizard. Okay, now. Planetary tower. Roughly center. Give it some space for stuff. And let's say about right there. It's hard to tell. It looks roughly centered. Okay. So we have 2 inputs. 2 inputs. Got it. Alright, so I need to do a 1-2 situation. 1. Ugh, come on. 1. Okay, and 2. And 1. And 2. Okay. And then let's come to here. Do 1. And 2. One. And 2. Ah, now we just need some proliferation. Let's set it about right there. Let's see which line is that. That's this line. There we go. Okay. Now this one also has enough room. I can go ahead and just do one of these. Or okay, now let's get some power wound up. Go boom. Boom. And then boom. Alright, now let's get you some of your happy fun boys. And get you some of these guys. Demand 400 or something like that. Now we are making plastic, so we need oil and we need graphite. So it's a 2-to-1 mix, so I can probably get away with like 5,000, so we're not eating up all our graphite. We'll see how it goes. But we have production. So there's our oil coming in, being consumed, and we should have graphite shortly. We are producing some here on this planet, so that should make it a little easier. And yeah, the graphite's, it's kind of coming, it's getting there. But either way, we have them all working, so that's all that really matters. They are all cranking out plastic, and oh, this guy needs power. Let's get you some power. Boom. Alright, so this is starting to crank out plastic. It's doing pretty decent. 1200, 1300, da 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 da. Yep, yep. Alright, so we are nearly there. Okay, particle fiber. It's a 3 in, 1 out, and it is there. 221, 231. So I think I can use the super magnetic ring blueprint and just repurpose it here. So let's go, where's you? Super mag ring. I need to save that one off too. Let's come back up here, come use up our space. And let's set you down here. And let's get up here and set this all up. We are short on belts again. And inserters. And I'll set the towers in a minute. Since we're short on those two. This way I can reset the recipes. And I think the purple cube might be the only thing using this. Purple cube, oh, and the Mark III assembler. Okay, so this will help us either way. We'll be able to get plenty. I mean, this will give us all the blueprints for the infrastructure, so we can kind of stamp it down. It'll make setting up the process for, well, colonization so much easier. Okay, so now that that's done, let's land. And we're gonna come in here. Let's reset this recipe. So this is particle broadband, and we're gonna go copy, paste. Paste, 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 paste. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is we're going to come up here and just do, let me scoot down just a little bit. Shift, click. Get it to line up and then just go boom, boom. And right click and shift click again. And go boom, boom. And that, oops. Helps if I hit the right keyboard. And then right click and again shift click. That's a left click. And we're just going to copy it over. And that should get all of them there. Right click and shift click again. And shift and boom. Okay. And then one more. Shift click and copy paste. Okay, right click and the last row. Boop, boop. All right, that should get us all square. So let's go ahead and get us a couple of these guys out. So let's take this guy. We're going to clear you, and this is going to become particle broadband. Where are you? Okay, and then let's fly over here, and then we'll get this one reset. And clear, clear, clear. Okay. Oh, I gotta go get that drones. Alright, let's go ahead and just pull some of these guys out. So this guy, particle broadband, we need carbon nanotube. We need the crystal silicone, and we need plastic. And I'm just gonna let them fill all the way up because I'm fine with that. And boom, and let's go over here. Let's make sure you got drones. Now you got drones. You got drones, I got drones, everybody's got drone, everybody have it now. Oh, I gotta go reset the outputs from the tower. So, and look at that, we're already full. Alright, so, what's the recipe call for again? Let's just, I can kind of line it up with the inputs and outputs here. It's 221, so it doesn't really matter. I can stick the plastic in the middle. That's probably the best approach. So plastic, nano, crystal. Plastic, nano, crystal. And I'm sticking plastic in the middle because you only need one. So that way, you know, you don't lose any performance from the sorters because you get a reduced capacity over distance. So we should see all these kick off, and bada bing, bada boom. We have particle fiber being produced. Now, do I have a export tower? I do, and we want to export particle fiber. Local demand. And that will hopefully, I mean, obviously, well, dang, we might need more than one of these. How long does these things take to make? 8 seconds. Wowzers. Alright, so I'm gonna blueprint this guy. And these are all running, so we have the capacity. Let's blueprint this. And I think I might stamp down another one. End game particle broadband. Particle broadband. I think that's what it was called. Yeah, okay, yep, it is. Save. Use now. So, I mean, generally, I mean, it's, you know, you're going to use up a lot of resources doing it the way I'm getting ready to do this, but that's okay. And you know what? I'm going to go fill in that itty bitty little hole so I can have these side by side. Where are you at, little hole? I think that was it, maybe? We'll go find out here in a second. Oh, yep, that looks like that was about it. Okay, so let's make sure I have stuff there. Make sure I have stuff there. This will also help us make sure we use up all the oil and stuff. So I'm not too worried about it. I mean, it's already almost full. Look at that. So this should double our throughput, help us make sure we keep our purple cube production going to just fine, hopefully. And it's going to take a little while before it starts to reflect, just because, well, it's going to take a full load before it ships over to our planet, and that's going to eat it up, and then it's going to wait for another full load and so on. So it's really about just increasing our throughput here, which is all we are trying to do. So we have full lines, full stacked lines. Let's see, how's this doing? So that's pretty, I mean, that's pretty good. The plastic's already made that much. It had enough almost to fill up 2 full towers. That's quite insane. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This thing's like stacked. All right, let's just come over here and take a look at our. Make sure everything else is going just fine. Yep, that's being emptied. This is being emptied. Look at that. That's awesome. Actually, we're short on oil, so that's not too bad. But that should start getting us some particle broadband. And I mean, we're already. Yeah, we got 800 in transit, so it's almost ready to ship some out here, I bet you. It's gonna get to about 2,000, I think, before it ships some out. So we'll get there probably in the next few seconds here, and then hopefully we'll see a shipment leave, and these guys will start being produced faster. Let's see. I mean, this guy here, the demand is pretty much gone now, so our red cubes are obviously, hopefully, just running just fine now. We're probably gonna have to do this treatment for all of our various cubes. Might even go so far as to say we might have to dedicate certain planets just for those. Oh my, there you go, just had a big chunk leave. So yep, so it is shipping out. So now that we have that, let me just check our power. We're right on the borderline there. So the last thing that we have left to do on this planet, really, next is some more solar sails, which will also use up some of this graphene. And then we are going to make rockets. The rockets are the big one because we're running low on them, so we're going to have to make the stuff for rockets too. I don't know if we're going to make all of this here on this planet. I may have to start setting up other pieces that we're making here to ship out, so that way any extras we have will ship, and we can get those made maybe on one of these other planets, because I don't know, there's going to be a lot of things we have to make here. We have some of it. I mean, frame materials, we have titanium. Well, actually we have everything here. We could potentially drop a frame material blueprint. Doesn't necessarily have to be my end game ones, because we did pretty good with our others. So let me see what we got here. So super frame material. Okay, there's that one. Let's see, super photon combiner, super solar sail, super sphere component, and super rocket. So I think I might just be able to stamp these down and see what's missing. So I think I might need to do the prism and stuff too. And then we'll have to probably use some more power, which means we'll eat up some more of the deuterium rods, which is fine because it's eating up all the hydrogen. So I think that's what we're going to do next time. I think we're going to go ahead and get the stamps down. Let's actually, one last thing. We have this here. We have our current sphere. It's still got a lot to go. It's generating 4.25 gigawatts, and we're only using 1, so we might need to go ahead and generate some more antimatter. But one of the things that one of the guys mentioned was to create a frame here. So let's add a new layer, but let's make it a max size layer. And you know what, let me, let's do there, create. And then let me come over here. I'm gonna copy that layer. And let's go into layer 3, and I'm gonna paste that layer. Okay, so that way it just creates a big old shell. That is gonna be one big shell, I tell you. But some of our planets will probably be inside the sphere. So that, well, actually, yeah. You know, hold on. Before I do that, let me delete this layer again really quick. But first I want to just do what I was going to do, and then we'll do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this sphere and see if this works. Because I was looking online because I wanted a way to have this blueprint there. Somebody said come in here, if I do a new blueprint, and where's my empty, where's that? This one here. So if I hit paste, wait, okay, hold on, let's try this again. Let's see, this one here, let's delete. I don't know what that is. New empty blueprint. And then okay, so the paste doesn't work. So if I copy, but oh, I wonder if I can do this. So I can do that. So maybe that's just the way that we're gonna have to do it, is I can come in here, select this, and I can go copy and then paste. This one's got the 2 layers, but see, you can see nothing's being made because our rockets are no produces. Some of these planets I went to and set up, yeah, we just don't have enough supply, which is why we're trying to get this fixed. So I guess we can't save it to a blueprint book, but we can at least do a copy paste through that editor. So that's not too bad. So anyway, I'm gonna end the episode here. We got a lot done. We got particle broadband being created, so that should hopefully start fixing our purple issues here. We might need more still, but we'll worry about that after we get some rockets and stuff going. So like I said, I'm going to end it here. If you've stuck through this time, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe so you can hear when we have more Dyson Sphere, as we are going to be starting a brand new series when Dark Fog comes out. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Good night.